Hey Chaffey Panthers, you're listening to What's in the Wind by The Breeze. I'm your host, Loureyna Pablo, here to discuss what's happening around Chaffey and how our experiences connect to bigger ideas like community, identity, and more. Last episode, the wind carried us into the world of student life. Today, the wind brings us to a team dedicated to supporting students in the most essential ways, Panther Care. Our guest today is Norma Rojero, a key part of the Panther Care team.
Hello.
Hi, welcome to What's in the Wind. Can you please introduce yourself and share a bit about what you do at Chaffey?
Yes, of course. Thank you so much for the invitation. My name is Norma Rojero, and I am a Chaffey alumni, and also I've been an employee of Chaffey College for over 26 years. The first 16 years that I was here at Chaffey College, I worked in student services, so I was working directly with students. And then during my career, I kind of moved in the last 10 years. I've transitioned to other positions in other departments, and so now I'm glad to be back in another student service area in Panther Care. So for the last 3.5 months, I've been in Panther Care as the Panther Care Manager.
Nice. Thank you so much for being here. A lot of students have heard of Panther Care, but we don't know fully what it is or who it's for. So today we're going to break it down. So to start off, I wanted to talk about something very recent, the government shutdown concerns and how that impacted students here at Chaffey. So what was your experience with that?
The college and our center was closely monitoring the situation with the government shutdown. So I know that our students were very concerned with, am I going to get my benefits? What am I going to do? How am I going to feed my families or their family? So because we were aware of some of these concerns from our students, we went to almost double the amount of food that we usually provide in the center, just to kind of anticipate that if benefits weren't going to be issued, we wanted to make sure that we at least had food available for our students to come in and pick up, our food boxes that we have available for them. So we were trying to kind of anticipate and maybe address some of those concerns that our students were initially having. Another thing too that in our center was ready to move forward with is the grocery gift card. We do have shelf-stable items in the pantry, but students need more than just that. We moved to purchase gift cards, and as we were we were going to start issuing those gift cards, we received notification that the benefits were being reissued. We put a pause on it at the moment, but we are ready to make sure that we can issue gift cards if we need to, if benefits are not provided at a future date.
So now that we've talked a little bit about how your team responded for the government shutdown, I wanted to zoom out a bit. So for students who might not know, what is Panther Care exactly and who is it for?
We know that if students already have busy life already, and research has also demonstrated that if a student doesn't have the basic needs met, students are having to drop classes or having to work more hours. And when they're having to do that, they tend to put school on the side, and then they don't complete their degree. So we want Panther Care to be here as a resource, and then we can provide that resource to the students so that they can then move on and continue and complete their education.
How would you describe the mission or purpose of the program?
Our mission and our purpose is really to support and empower students and assist them in any basic needs that they may have so that we can really help them complete their educational plans. Like I said, we really do not want that a basic need to be a deterrent from them completing their goals. And sometimes we may not have, everything that the student needs, but we also work to provide other resources on campus or connect them with outside agencies, organizations that may be able to provide those resources that they need so that they can, again, complete their education.
What's something you wish more students understood about Panther Care that maybe they don't know of or that isn't advertised as much?
This center is available to all students. All you have to be is a Chaffey College student. You just have to be enrolled. Everyone's welcome. If you're running in between classes, we invite students to come in at any time, pick up a snack, come in and just say hello. You're not sure about something, we will help any student. It may not be within our area, but because we are a resource center, we can then connect them with whatever department it is or resource that they're looking for.
I think it would also be helpful to talk about the everyday support Panther Care offers outside of emergency situations like the shutdown. So if a student were to come to the AD building and come into Panther Care, what could they expect?
we do ask sometimes, is this your first time? We'll try to have a conversation with the student. We want them to feel comfortable visiting us in the center. We'll ask if they're new, and then we'll go over all the different resources that we have or that is available to them. These items are things that students can come in and grab on a daily basis. For example, we have the food voucher, and what we have, it's a $6 food voucher. Panther Care distributes 100 every day. It's on a first come, first serve basis, and those vouchers can be used in our campus bookstore, at the Panther Express. They can even be used at the Cafe Perks, the boba truck. They can be used there. The Chino and the Fontana campus also have these food vouchers, so those are available at the off-campus sites as well. Then we also have a farmer's market. So for example, today we had a farmer's market, and so $10 are available towards to be used towards hot food. $10 can be used towards fruits and vegetables, so that students can then use that mix with our food pantry, and they can have possibly like a week's worth of food for home. And other items that they can take home. Our hygiene will include like toilet paper, bar soap, toothpaste, toothbrush, dental floss, menstrual products, deodorant. And so little by little, we're also increasing the amount of product that will be part of the hygiene kit. Just recently also we launched this semester, we have the Child Care Scholarship, and it's a scholarship to where students can apply for at least 1 month's worth of childcare or daycare. Full-time can get up to $1,200. It ranges anywhere from $350 to $1,200 based on their enrollment status. So that's also another opportunity that's available for our student parents. It is a one-time payment for the semester, but again, it's something that, can provide some relief for our students.
That's amazing that you have that, because my mom was working and doing school while she was also raising us, and I feel like having that option to give money for daycare for student parents is really a load off for them, even if it's just for 1 month.
Yes, absolutely. I also forgot to mention, even in our center, our student parents can also come into the center, get 2 packs of diapers, which is like 50 diapers, and a pack of wipes. So that's also available. We do have also a food pantry at our Intech Center in Fontana, so they also provide some of those services to our students. We also have late hours where we're open until 7 o'clock on Mondays and Thursdays, and we open at 7:30 in the morning. So we open at 7:30 in the morning, and we're open until 7 p.m. on Mondays, Thursdays, and then the rest of the days we're open until 4:30.
Before we continue, a quick reminder that What's in the Wind is produced by The Breeze, Chaffey's student-run news outlet. We publish stories about Chaffey and for Chaffey, everything from campus news and features to arts, sports, and student voices. Here are some of our recent stories. By Samantha Sandoval, we have a story about the Ontario sports empire. By Camille Tate, we have How I Garden My Soul. You can find that piece in our Fall 2025 magazine too, along with a story from our editor-in-chief, Kay Fullington, called The Elemental Clock is Ticking. If you want to stay updated or explore more stories like this one, visit thebreezepaper.com. or find a copy of our magazine. It's scattered throughout campus, so hopefully you should be able to find one. You can also follow us on Instagram at The Breeze Paper for new stories, photos, and campus coverage. And one thing we hear a lot is that people feel often embarrassed or guilty about asking for help, like they don't want to take resources from someone else. How do you think we can break the stigma around accessing support and really utilizing and empowering these existence of these resources like Panther Care?
It's a good idea to avail themselves of these resources because they're available, they're there for you so that you can get ahead. Seeking help is not a sign of weakness, but it's really a sign of strength, that you are committed to your own success. Seeking assistance means that you're investing in your goals and that you're willing to take steps to overcome obstacles. Successful people know when to reach out for guidance or resource. And that's what I really would like for our students to kind of take. You are just supporting yourself, and you should avail yourself of those resources available.
Are there going to be these opportunities available to access Panther Care over the winter break?
Panther Care will be open until the 23rd. So we will be here. Yeah, and then we will reopen on January 2nd.
All right, then. Thank you again, Norma, for joining me today. I really appreciate you taking the time to share what Panther Care does. If you want to get support, learn more about the program, or access basic resources, Visit Panther Care online or stop by their office on campus in room 8189. And follow them on Instagram at Chaffey_Panther Care for updates, services, and announcements. And thank you all for listening. It's actually the final episode of the season. While I don't know when this is getting published, just know that Season 2 starts in the spring 2026 semester. In the meantime, let's rest up, take care of ourselves, and I'll see you next time the breeze brings me back to you. I'm your host, Loureyna Pablo, and this was What's in the Wind.